Okay, my fellow Americans, I feel like the more embedded in this political fiasco I'm getting myself into, the spirit of Bernie Sanders is moving through my hair. I can't control this. Let me work on it. We'll come back and it'll be more peaceful. Okay, so you guys, I'm sure many of you have heard the Nevada caucus went completely awry. And it's getting to a point where I don't know what to do or say, and we can't sit by and allow this to keep happening. I'm not sure if many of you know, but if you paid attention to the Democratic primaries as of late, yesterday the Nevada primary, which was a caucus, was declared Hillary's win within no time at all, and barely any of the Bernie Sanders votes were counted. They literally dismissed him, not giving him a chance. And I can't even watch the news coverage on it because I know it's so skewed. I know it's full of lies and holes. And I just feel like we've seen this throughout time. We saw it in the 40s with Henry Wallace. We saw it in 2000 with George Bush. We're seeing it now with Hillary Clinton. We see these people steal elections. And for a minute, let's take out who you're interested in. I don't care if you're interested in Trump or Cruz. I don't care if you're interested in Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. But if you start to think about this, at the root of this problem is basically the government telling us that our vote does not count. I don't care who you're voting for. It's not counting. And that's the problem we're facing. When things like this happen in Nevada, where people's voices are clearly being snuffed out because they're not voting for the candidate that aligns with the elite, we need to take the power back into our hands. And by saying that, I'm not saying don't vote, stop paying attention. I'm saying start paying more attention and withhold your vote and demand something better. Because I think we, the people, could easily unite and decide that voting for the lesser of two evils is never a smart idea. We don't want the lesser of two evils running the biggest empire of the world to date. So let's start to pull back. And let's think, what can we as a collective do in this nation? We're the leaders of the world right now. Everybody's watching us for what they can and cannot do. I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention, but Donald Trumps are popping up all over the world. In the Netherlands, they have a man running who makes Donald Trump look like a genius. And I'm going to do a video on the world deciding to go for the cuckoo bird leaders a little later. I don't want to include all that in this video, but I want to bring that to people's attention. We're getting these extremist leaders all over the world. And a quick Google search will also show you in the Philippines they're dealing with their own Donald Trump. A man just got elected who went to a wedding as a guest of the bride and groom, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how that panned out. But during the ceremony, when he gave his speech, he offered himself as the bridal present to the bride and said, "Sorry, men, I cannot please you. I am not gay." And he's just being so disrespectful, and we're really digressing back to an age none of us want to live in. I don't care if you're a redneck in the South who's happy with your guns and your beer. You don't want the people you're voting into office in office. You want the Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is going to leave you the fuck alone. He's going to let you drink your warm piss Budweiser beer and shoot your guns until your dick feels bigger to you. That's who you want in the office. If you get Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump in there, the NRA is being eroded, and I'm not taking the stance that every American should own an assault rifle, because obviously that's lunacy. However, there's a reason the right to bear arms is in our Constitution, and the Founding Fathers did foresee the government seizing too much power and control. That's why the Constitution was created, to pull us away from England. That's why the Revolutionary War happened. You guys, these are important things. There's a reason America had such a beef with England when England was the world's power. Like, we wanted to pull away from that. This is supposed to be the land of justice and liberty for all, but we're slowly just cloning ourselves into England, which is equally lacking in safety and privacy as the USA, and yet we still combat like we're better than them, and they say they're better than us. It's like, wait, are you kidding? Like, people in the UK love to say that because their citizens don't carry firearms, they're a safer country. However, if you look into the murder rate, it's actually higher there with assaults and knives and bats and, close range weapons. It's like, wait a minute, you're going to tell me that you feel safer even though you're going to get mugged with a baseball bat, and I'm not going to get mugged because the mugger is worried I'm carrying a gun. Like, how does that logic work out in your head? I don't understand it. And also with the UK, their spy rate on their citizens is far higher than here in America. I mean, granted, that's with stuff we know. America's very sneaky. I'm not trying to be like we're all big and bad, because honestly, the major power in the world that is corrupted is America. And we need to realize this as Americans. We need to fight for that justice and liberty for all again. It's been taken away from us, and it was taken away a long time ago. I don't think I've ever had it the whole time I've been alive on this earth. I think we need to start realizing that it is our responsibility to create a better future. It's not going to be handed to us. You know, we go through life thinking, oh, if we go to our 9 to 5s, if we obey the laws, if we work really hard to save up some money, we'll have a brighter future and our kids will earn it as well. But you have to understand that's not what's happening. That's not the big plan of the elite. They're working on killing our land, our air quality, our water, our food, our education. They're coming after us to depopulate. You have to understand that the elite don't want to share this earth with 8 billion people, which we're headed to in no time. And a lot of it starts with becoming conscious. You need to be aware of the food you're eating. You need to be aware of the education that our children are getting. You need to be aware of racial tensions in this country. How come it's okay with so many white people across this country to turn on your news and you're probably going to at least see one black person that was beat up or murdered? How's that okay with us? We should be storming the streets. When we hear that Nevada discredits every voter for Bernie Sanders, so he wasn't even given the opportunity to gain more delegate votes, because they're just trying to put in that divide. And let me remind you, Hillary Clinton fans, that back in 2008, when she ran against President Barack Obama, she held into the fucking bitter end. Obama beat her ass, and she was done fairly early comparative to Bernie Sanders. However, she held in and she strong-armed the fuck out of him. She didn't earn Secretary of State. Go watch many documentaries on YouTube about Hillary Clinton getting Secretary of State. That was a position of power for her. That was a power play. That was for her to schmooze and relate to the elite and grasp connections and network. That wasn't for her to pander to us, the citizens. She didn't gain anybody's favorability. And honestly, taking that position put her in hot water, where the presidency was about to be handed to her in '08. Barack Obama snuck that victory. And I've learned so many things about if he wouldn't have won that, or if it would have went to Mitt Romney. I mean, we could have been a lot darker than we are. And for that, I think President Barack Obama. However, he has many, many knocks against his presidency as well. He's also lied to us a lot. He's done horrible things with the borders and immigration. He was way worse on immigration than Bush ever was, which is scary. He's also, kept us in war. He hasn't pulled troops out. And he hasn't protected the people with things like the TPP, net neutrality. I mean, none of these things are on media blackout. Do you even know what we're talking about? Fracking, net neutrality, TPP. The TPP is going to ruin America. If that happens, America's done. And nobody knows about it, because it's a trade agreement that's going to make our Constitution nothing. We don't pay attention. We expect that if we do things the way we're told, we're just going to get to somewhere better. But we've learned through history books, as whitewashed as those are, that if you don't stand up and take back ownership of your land and your people, then it's going to get taken away from you. You're going to be walked all over. There is going to be a new slave nation, and it might not be by color of skin, and might not be by religion. It might just be humanity as a whole, or it might be classist, and if you don't make $500,000 a year, you're poor and a slave. I mean, this is real stuff. The billionaire elite class is growing. Honestly, I think everybody should be capped at $1 million if we're going to keep the dollar, because we need everybody to prosper and grow together. We're already seeing that the upper class is eroding the middle class so that they only have the upper class and the poor. This is clear. I mean, we're seeing this happen right in front of our face, and for decades. So we have these patterns to go off of, and yet we're not speaking. And it floors me that some stupid little faggot from Minnesota has to be the one putting out YouTube videos to wake you the fuck up. Like, that makes me nervous, because I'm not king shit. I don't know shit. I ain't no fucking leader or influencer. Like, you see the number of views my videos get. This is scary. Like, the fact that Kylie Jenner tweets about chemtrails and she has 10 million followers. A handler in Hollywood talked to her and said, if this ever happens again, you're done. Like, that is a big fucking deal. She's never done it since. Never done it since. But thank God she did that. I mean, I don't praise Kylie Jenner for shit because she's literally worthless. If you love Kylie Jenner, I don't know, clap back at somebody else. I'm really not involved in that pop shit enough to care. I'm not going to clap back at you. But it's simple things like that you do need to realize and wake up to. I don't care how old you are. I was capable at a young age to realize when I was being lied to, and nescient versus ignorant. And if you're not quite sure what those mean, nescient is when you're being lied to or information is being hidden from you so you couldn't possibly know it. And ignorant is being given the information but choosing to ignore it. So right now I want to make sure that the people watching my video are not nescient to all the problems going on in this country and politics. And if you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, you need to realize you're making a wrong decision. You're literally making a decision that if you could be 5 years in the future and come back and tell yourself, you would tell yourself not to do it. I'd guarantee you that. I mean, we're literally keeping ourselves stuck in this box, and I think the establishment wants Clinton in the office because she'll herd the cattle, just like we've been doing. She'll keep the ducks in the row, and everything will move smooth sailing. But if Trump gets in the office, it's a little more rocky. I don't want Trump in the office. He's a fucking misogynist, racist, homophobic prick who's also a warmongering fool. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He does not know foreign policy. I don't want a wall. I don't want a wall built on my borders. I don't care if you do. I don't. I'm not racist. I don't have that mental disorder. So you need to work on you, boo-boo. Like, having a border and keeping you safe. That ain't keeping you safe. It ain't Mexicans or Canadians that are coming and gonna fucking fuck you up. It's your government, okay? So once you start getting that in your fucking head, stop drinking your fluoride water, okay, and get off your Monsanto diet, which is fucking killing you. Jesus Christ. I can't relate to people who cannot see more than 2 steps ahead. You need to be able to envision what you want, how you want it, and what you need to do to fucking get it. Jesus. Anyway, I want to do a shout out to the person who commented on my video for last Friday. Thank you so much. People like you leaving comments really encourage me to keep going and to do better. And, you know, that's a big deal to me when I literally have no encouragement in my life. I mean, people have made fun of me my whole life for being an open book and disclosing when I'm hurt and sad and pissed off and all that. My emotions, you'll know them, okay? But that person who reached out, you've done more to help make me feel good about what I'm doing, which sounds probably so sad to you, and you're probably like, Jesus. But you've done more for me than my own family or best friends. So thank you for that, and I'm glad you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're going to continue to watch. But for anybody else watching, thank you. You know, I really do mean that, because this YouTube channel has been a huge outlet for me to get just frustrations and depression and anger and sadness out of me and communicate it, and it's made me feel a lot better. And I know this might sound sappy and stupid, and hashtag faggots all you want. I don't care. Call me whatever you want. But it really did help me. And if anybody's going through a state of just like wondering what the fuck, who gets me? Like, who fucking understands? And why is everybody lying to me? And I'm adult enough to understand the truth and be okay with it, and I can move on with you if you be honest with me. You know, I can't stand the lies from my family, my loved ones, my best friends. You need to be honest with me. I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to keep up with your facades. I don't care about your facade. I don't care about the struggle for you reaching for that money and you trying to climb to the goal. No, you're not doing what you love at all. None of my friends are doing jobs they love at all. They're doing jobs. That's what they're doing. They're doing 9 to 5s as wage slaves, and that's all they're doing. I'm pulling myself out of that. I want to do something I'm impassioned with. And let me tell you, I grew up poor, but I've never been more poor than the shit I'm putting myself into now, because as much as I've fought with people about it, my boyfriend included, and I'm sorry to you for that, but I do believe in this pulling myself out of the system is actually making me a better person. I really do. It's changed me from the inside out. I can't express to you enough how much of a greedy, selfish, narcissistic asshole I used to be, and I still am all those things, because some of those things are innate in me, and I love them because they've helped build such a strong character inside of me. And this isn't me gloating or having a huge ego. This is me being honest with people. I'm telling you, sometimes the bad qualities aren't bad. Sometimes they're self-preservation, and sometimes it keeps you going. So don't always judge yourself as harsh as others do around you, because you have to take care of yourself. You are the only one who is taking care of yourself. and be okay with that. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. And right now, even though it appears selfish that I am not digging in the struggle to gain tons of money, I do want people to see that I'm doing something I'm passionate about. I want to have conversations and I want to reach out to people. And I want us to be smarter and well educated, and I want us to gain consciousness and move forward. We need to progress. I don't want to live in a world of war. I don't. We grew up like this. I don't want it anymore. I want peace times. I want free love. I want hippie concerts and parks where we all get to be naked. Like, I just want better. I want better. I want us all to be living on fruits and vegetables that we grow, and they're not filled with poisons and GMO and Monsanto, and I'm just done. And that's what these videos are for. So thank you for watching. Clap back with any opinion you have, whether it's ranging from Bernie Sanders to Kylie Jenner. I don't care. Put it down below. I love reading them. Anyway, take care of yourself the rest of the day. Peace.